Hey, beautiful people. I'm Milah.
Hey y'all, I'm Monika.
And thanks for joining us.
How are you doing?
I am aligned and balanced.
Okay, well, that is the official mantra to get this party started. Thank you for joining us. I am looking forward, of course, to a very spring, chill, relaxed conversation with you this day. So let's get into it. How was your week?
The week has been it's been good because blessings are manifesting. The
I
week's
like
been
that.
good. The weekend I'm recovering from the weekend, the last
Girl,
weekend.
and I know, girl, you were blessed, booked, and busy, and I am excited to get into all the details. I mean, you had some fun activities that you took part in last weekend. So, do you mind giving us a little scoop, Monika? You gonna tell us what you were up to? I know you saw Kevin on stage, right?
Yeah, so Friday it was so it was the mothers plus the auntie. We went to go see Kev on stage at Nate Jackson Super Funny Comedy Club in Tacoma, Washington. I just had to do that. But anyway, um
Representing
so
for T Town, I see.
right, so Kev on stage, Tahar Moore, and there was another comedian. I can't remember her name. She was the opener. She was really funny. She's from Georgia, and it was sold out. It was hilarious. I needed to laugh. It was really good. So Kev did his thing with that.
I am definitely a fan of Mr. Kev on stage. Hilarious. And it's like he's a Tacoma son in a sense. So that's really good.
Right, and
Okay. And then Saturday, I mean, we got to get into it. So Friday was good. So then, Saturday, what were you out there
Saturday
doing?
at auntie duty. That Saturday was baseball. So my nephew got a couple, RBIs. He got a home
Yay.
run. So he's doing his thing. He's a, little Bo Jackson because he playing two sports.
Okay.
Um, and then I went to a birthday party with a friend at a hookah lounge. It's like a
Oh,
in the cut hookah lounge in Seattle, and that's all I say.
yeah. So don't blow up the spot. You talked about how quickly it filled up. So, yes, you got a good spot. You got a good spot. I guess there's still
Right.
good spots to be had in the town.
the
So,
mature the mature people want to get there between 11 and 2
oh, I love the way you said
because
the
after
aunties.
2 o'clock is when is let out where everywhere else because they stay open till like 4 or 5 in the morning. Girl,
Oh,
no.
aunties and uncles. Okay, so basically, aunties and uncles are in before 2 a.m. and then after 2, it's nieces and nephews all day. They staggering out from club 1 to get to spot 2. Okay, I got it.
Right, no,
I mean, I'm kind of a nieces. I'm kind of niecey, from
I
time to
had
time.
no, we had to go. I was like, I can't be
Uh,
here all night.
Okay, okay. And so that meant Saturday was jam packed. And then tell us about Sunday, because Sunday I heard it was roll bounce season, and you have been really
Roll bounce.
bounce, and you've been mentioning a lot the prior weeks about some of these weekend skate parties, because we were kind of vibing the whole skate thing and what it means to our community and all that other good stuff. So,
hmm
what was this adult skate night like?
It was adult skate night. It was for, the Mother's Day weekend. It's at they call it El Central Skate, but it's the old Patterson West and Federal Way, y'all. And
Patty West.
and I went with one of my friends and yeah, I skated for about 45 minutes. I didn't bust my ass cuz girl, I thought it's been a long time. I stayed on the outliers and made sure I
Yes,
was out of the way,
yes,
out of people's way. But I was
yes. I
like,
understand.
it's coming back slowly but surely. It's a good exercise for them legs. So
Okay,
I'll be
the legs
back.
and thigh. Okay, that's always what we want to know is that we will be at the next event. So okay, so that
hmm
sounds like a good way to have a good weekend. And of course, it was Mother's Day last weekend, so I was grateful for another wonderful Mother's Day with my mom. She is still hilarious, so I appreciate the comedy and expressiveness in her eyes, and and yeah, trying interesting bites. I came across a Colombian restaurant and the food was delightful, but the service and the whole family spirit and kind of the energy sometimes when you go to authentic spots like that, because it
uh-huh.
doesn't matter who you're there with.
Right.
You could be part of their culture, part of their family. So
Oh,
was
that's
lovely.
good.
Yeah, it was nice. So
The food
that
looked good based on the pictures you sent me.
the food was was delicious, and I got something relatively tame. I think I got like lime seasoned chicken and shrimp,
Mhm.
camarones or whatever. But uh, the people I was with though, they did get other things, and one of them was like a blood sausage, and so everyone's trying it, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not bad, but it's not my favorite thing, and
Mhm.
I was proud of myself for not being like hard pass because I knew what it was. But I was like, okay, I'll try it, and it was good. There were lots of interesting bites, and I love a good plantain, sweet or unsweetened. It can just
Right.
yeah, because I guess they have the sweet and the ripe, but for the good experience. So I'll shout that out.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Thank you, Monika. That was the appropriate sound for how good things were going down. But anyway, so I know that we were really looking forward to kind of what has been happening in the community and, in pop culture this week. I mean, and I do want to start it off.
It's a little bit of everything.
Oh, yeah, we like gumbo.
Yes.
I mean, we definitely do. And sometimes that's what a catch up with your girlfriends is about. It's about just catching up. I mean,
Mhm.
everything doesn't have to be, heavy or even too light, but we do have
Right.
things to discuss. Okay. So since it was Mother's Day, I want to know, did you finish Dear Mama? Because we spoke about it last week.
Yes, I did. I could watch it again, but that last episode just tied everything together. Tupac was out here. He was looking to the future. Like he had 400 plus like records already cut. He had certain records to go ahead of him in the midst of if he was to pass at certain ages. Like they
Hmm.
said he had a plan A, B, C. Like he wasn't playing with these people. They don't give him enough credit. And he was the
Okay.
cold part was he was only 25, but he was
Right.
moving around like he was 35, 40.
He packed so much into his 25 years. It's when you go through the documentary, it's almost like, wait, that was only a couple of months, or that was only
Right.
a year.
Right.
Those were within a 2 year span, or that's happened in 3 years.
Cuz
It's
they
like,
said he was doing
wow,
something every single day.
truly, truly. I would recommend it, and that's my review on that. I would recommend it if you're a fan of hip hop, if you're from that era, if you think you know the story about Tupac, well, then this peels back another layer. So I definitely
Mhm.
enjoyed it. It was definitely a worth watch. TV because it was Mother's Day. Also, we had to visit Queen Charlotte, the Netflix, Shonda Rhimes, spinoff or
Mhm.
Bridgerton story. I don't know. I guess it is considered a spinoff, but
Right.
a Bridgerton tale. So, what did you think? I enjoyed it. It was what it was. I enjoyed it.
I liked it better than the second season of Bridgerton.
Well, okay, girl. Now all you doing is you about to take us to
I don't
church.
even think I finished the second season of
No,
Bridgerton, to
I
be
did
honest.
not. No, I did not. And I tried hard.
But
My
but
heart wanted to.
yeah, Queen Charlotte was interesting because they got me to doing more research and going down rabbit holes and YouTube videos and
Hmm. Yeah.
getting more information about uh
Yes.
this
Yes,
sister with
Monika.
African descent in her.
Hmm. Very much. And I know you love a good conspiracy theory. So Queen Charlotte was a lot of fun because even I looked down the rabbit hole. I did not fall all the way in,
Mhm.
and I said, "Oh, okay." And then I read a modern response from Buckingham Palace or the royal family, and they just were like, "It's quite possible. Shouldn't be that big of a deal to anyone." The Portuguese court was all throughout Europe, and they definitely had Moorish blood. So that's kind of that. I'm paraphrasing, but in a nutshell, that is how they responded to the whole is or was Queen Charlotte of African descent, or did she have Moorish blood in her? But definitely fun. Much
That's so funny because over here in the United States, if you had what was it
one
one
drop.
drop,
It's a one drop, girl.
one drop, you black.
That's why so many people are invited to the cookout. Okay, because
Right. So it's
just
like
the breath.
which way y'all want it to be? One
Yeah.
drop or it's it's minute. We're not going to count that.
Well, see, the standard of colorism and racism and all that is very different per country that
That's
had
true.
enslaved people. So that's just America's policy, right? But
Right.
over here, whiteness is a value. A lot of places it's not, because when you try to tell like a Afro Latina sometimes, oh, like you're black, well, back in the day, everyone is a little bit more aware of their history and able to stand in the light of the truth of who they are. But
Mhm.
I know one of my Panamanian friends, that was one of their deep challenges when they were new to the country, was the fact that when people saw him first, they saw a black man, and he
Right.
was like, "I'm Panamanian," like he spoke Spanish. He was like, "Wait, what?" He was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I
I'm
guess
not
I'm."
with them. I'm not with them people.
Well, no, I mean, he was very proud. They were very proud to
Right.
be Panamanian. No, it was just a Panamanian thing, but they had their own colorism issues within Panama.
Right.
But in America, you're black, so he had
Right. But
to.
he like in America, he's like, I'm not Black American. I'm not with them people. I'm
Yeah.
Panamanian.
And then America reminded him, but you black, so it doesn't
Right.
it doesn't doesn't matter. So no, that was so I definitely enjoyed Queen Charlotte, like you said, 100% better than the second. To me, if we were gonna get a third season based off of the second season, Bridgerton is officially canceled, because I couldn't. I don't know if the characters weren't as interesting. I don't know. Maybe I just like the
Well,
first one a lot better.
they got rid of oh boy, he left.
That is that why you? I mean, I don't know. It was just all of it
I
wasn't as it
mean,
wasn't as just it wasn't the one.
he was easy on the eyes.
Yeah, the second
It
season
helped.
wasn't the season. Yeah, it wasn't the
No.
season. No, but I did like Charlotte. Watching young Lady Dansbury and
I
and
like how
all the
they go. I like how they go back because at first I didn't even realize it, and I was like, "Hold up, they're going back and forth,
yeah.
the past to the present."
hmm Yeah, it was good. So, okay, keeping with that in mind, because we know that they are remaking everything, and I asked you about this one, and you, I don't know, we didn't finish the conversation, but I said, "Have you heard? They just made another version, or they remade White Men Can't Jump." Dot dot dot. And what were your thoughts on that? Have you watched that? Are you going to watch that? Did you watch the classic Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes film of the late 80s, early 90s?
I probably did. I don't
Mm.
remember. That's so long ago. And the new
Mm.
film, I
Mm.
don't know. I mean, we got a streaming link, so we can watch anything we want on there. Am I going to take some time to actually watch it? Probably not.
Nah, no, I'm a hard pass on that
But
one. I'm
the
tired of them
actor,
remaking things.
yeah, the actor from the one of the main actors, he's from Issa Rae's. He played Issa Rae's ex-boyfriend in the series
Oh, okay.
Insecure.
Yes,
So
dear.
yeah, he's on there, but still, I don't know why they keep remaking all this stuff. It's stop, just stop.
Pay them writers. That's what I don't keep recycling things. Go ahead and pay them writers and come up with some new twists and turns on classic stories, if nothing else. But just some new ideas for real.
Right.
But okay, so that's my thoughts there. Now, the community was up in their feelings this week about a few things. I'll start with the good first. So the good is Auntie Martha. Okay, Martha at 81 is the oldest supermodel, or oldest, I guess, swimsuit model. I guess that's what they call it, swimsuit model, to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated. And they show pictures of Auntie, and she was looking great. She was giving tips to how she looked so fabulous at 81, and
What
everybody
were the
was
tips?
excited. She gets a facial every week of her life since she was, I believe, in her late 30s, early 40s.
I believe that. My mother
Yeah.
gets a facial well, not every week. I think she goes every month.
Okay, but hey, but
Yeah.
she knows to treat your skin. I tell
Right.
you, from being in the industry, one of the best tips I got from two ladies with absolutely beautiful skin, not makeup preparation and application, but actual beautiful skin, was they
Mhm.
exfoliated every day. One whose skin,
Every day, because they
ev-
tell you to exfoliate like 3 times a week, not every day.
no, every day, because it depends on
Oh,
the type of exfoliation you use. And
okay.
the one whose skin was the most divine, she did like a fruit acid,
Uh huh.
like the MD Skid pads, or a gentle exfoliation,
Oh
and
yeah, I
then
have those skin pads
yeah, and they're amazing. And then she would do
or a
uh,
facial brush with the soft bristles.
yeah, but that's kind of what she would do at night, or she would use one that had more texture,
Mm-hmm.
granules, beads, just more of a vigorous,
Right.
even if it's foam, that. And then she would do a mask, she said, at least once a week,
Mm-hmm.
and so there are ways. I mean, you might not have Martha's budget, but there are enough beauty products and enough beauty
Right. You just gotta take
stores
the
to go.
time
Yeah,
out to do it.
yeah, to
Mm-hmm.
do it. I mean, have a routine. Maybe that's your Monday night routine after starting the week and the stress, that
Right.
you might have felt. Good way to, reset yourself and tackle the rest of your week. Maybe give yourself a nice exfoliating cleanse and then put on a mask and just whew, chill out and watch your face be glowing for Tuesday, and you're ready to get through the rest of the week like a winner. So I am for good skin, for many many years dealing with skin. So in the industry. So I could definitely appreciate, and it is summertime. So everyone, please have some kind of protection from your sun, whether it's natural, okay, and or whether
Or
it's like chemical
sunscreen.
based.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
A
but
black girl sunscreen. That's what I've been using.
yes, but please, please do it. We all need sun. The sun will have you looking worn out.
And make sure you
Okay.
hydrate, because if you're drinking that
Yes.
alcohol, you need to hydrate, or your face is gonna look like a prune.
Listen to aunties, okay? And see, Auntie Martha didn't even have to tell you. We're telling you, okay? Because we care about your skin. So, but yeah. So Martha was kind of giving some of those kind of tips away, but it got me to thinking, Monika, what celebrity would you like to see on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition?
Well, on our sidebar, I said I'm just gonna have to go with a fellow Leo kitten.
Mm-hmm.
Put Miss Vivica Fox on there.
Meow.
I mean, 50 like
Mm.
it.
Oh, meow. Okay. I mean, Vivica stay fierce and Vivica stay getting worked on and Vivica stay right and relevant. Okay.
Right.
Vivica said, "You're not going to put me to the side. I am a fan of Miss Fox."
No, girl, the way she be getting them Lifetime movie roles,
Movies, girl, the wrong. It's called the wrong series, girl.
yeah,
For real.
put her on the SI.
For real, she was messing with the wrong cheerleader. He had the wrong ex-wife, the wrong girl. There's like 50, 11 of those movies, Monika, and I
She
have
getting her
watched at least
checks.
2 dozen. Yeah, girl, it doesn't matter. She sometimes at the end just kind of walks up, as a delivery person. That was the
Right.
wrong motive. Girl, sit down. But I love it. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Vivica. That's a very good one. Who else? Who else for you?
Uh, how old does it have to be?
I mean, they could be anyone you want. I mean, Martha was old, so I was thinking old.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean, you
I
do
don't know, for
you.
some reason Jill Scott keeps coming to mind. I'm like, you need to have some like hips on there,
Ooh, that would be
some
amazing.
bosoms.
Yes, to see Jilly from Philly. Okay. Yeah, okay. I like that. For me, personally, when I thought about this, I immediately thought of one of my favorites. I mean, she is flawless. Fenty used her as a runway model the last season's lingerie a fashion show that Rihanna had. The Cheryl Lee Ralph. I mean, why
Oh
not? She's
yes.
exquisite. I mean, her skin in real life, she is someone who exfoliates. I can tell because her skin is divine. She does something.
Well, don't you have a story to tell us?
Oh, well, you know what? She's very gracious in real life. That's what I'm
Well,
going to say. People,
yeah. Well,
I
I think
mean,
you told the story before, but
yeah,
yeah.
I was like, I didn't fan out, but I did have to just like, you're even more beautiful in real life. And she was like that, thanks. She was gracious. And,
Hmm.
I guess truly I should have been, I guess, fanning out over her husband because, my particular area of expertise. But I was like, yeah, 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 congressman, senator, whatever. Bye. So
Right.
that's Cheryl Lee Ralph right there. Cheryl Lee Ralph. But no, she was very lovely and just beautiful smile and just beautiful spirit, warm, and this is in between big projects. So she was just being a supportive wife, but she was just fantastic. So I would love to see her on the cover of Sports Illustrated, or everybody's favorite Abelita, Rita Moreno. Oh my goodness, she's 91 and she's fabulous. I said, I was watching an interview this week, and she was speaking about being at the march on Washington and being close enough to hear Mahalia tell Martin to, tell him about the dream and how Martin pivoted and changed his "I Have a Dream" speech. And just
Right.
Rita is just such a delight. I said, Miss Tia, Tia Moreno, she's just the best because she talked about getting honored with this big award and then being squeezed so tight that someone literally squeezed the urine out of her in this Narcisco Rodriguez dress, and how embarrassed and how horrified. She said, "Please put me down. Please don't squeeze me that
Oh
hard."
no.
Yeah, because she's 91. She looks amazing.
Right.
She's gonna be in the latest installment of the Fast and Furious. So anyway,
Okay.
I thought she'd be fun. I mean, if Martha could do it at 81, give it to Rita at 91 and really show them how to do it.
Mhm.
Why? But that's kind of what I was thinking. And then I kind of thought about like Vanessa Bell Calloway from like Coming to America. She's in a lot of stuff, and sis still looks
Oh
good. So.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I said I want some melanin, some diversity on that cover.
Right.
I mean, you put some of them sisters in there, they're 70 and 80, and you wouldn't believe it. So
Oh yeah, because you said Cicely Tyson.
had Pat, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I said, yeah. Okay, so keeping with that kind of vibe of the summertime and getting ready for summer type things, what are you planning to be doing for Memorial Day? Like it's coming up. Any tips you want to talk about?
There's some I'll just re-highlight some
Mm,
events going on. Official Vibe Bingo all white May 28th R&B at Giuseppe's in North Tacoma.
mm.
That will be going on. You can go to Eventbrite for more info and links to the tickets.
Okay, okay.
Um, and then we'll have links on other events going on. I didn't write down the list. You can go back and listen to the previous episode
Yes,
that
catch up.
we went through a list from because some of these are reoccurring events every month.
Right.
But there's a lot of things going on. They'll be in our stories also. So a lot of rooftop parties in Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
just
All right.
not a lot of nice restaurants in Seattle to visit. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, and the weather is
Portland,
cooperating.
Lake
Ooh,
Washington,
yes.
boating, like,
Get out there. It is going to be the kickoff of boating season before you know it. So, a good time to be had.
find a friend with a boat.
Amen. I hope everybody is manifesting the things that they want in their life.
Right.
I'm getting to see some fruits of some manifestations around here, so I'm very
Okay.
excited about that. So then, with that, kind of keeping in mind that it is Memorial Day weekend, I also know that it was prom weekend. I know prom has definitely changed over the last couple of years, but
Mm-hmm.
any thoughts on prom? Anything that shocks you? Anything that reminds you of your prom?
I mean, just getting dressed up, but their proms are different now. They got eyelashes. They are faces beat down. Like I might have had on a red lipstick and
Hmm.
some Mary Kay foundation. I mean, honey, I really didn't need that much makeup anyway. And
Ooh,
some mascara.
the
I'm just
Leo came
saying.
out. The Leo came. That's how I know Monika, honey. She said I didn't need much anyway. I came in there just glowing. Okay, yes, ma'am.
But I had a red dress and red suede shoes from Nordstrom. But
Mm-mm.
girl, our suburban school had limited options and they wouldn't let us bring dates that were over a certain age. So I went stag with one of my girlfriends.
You know what? I like that. I like that energy. I like when you originally told me the story and you said, "Yo, what was going on?" You said you're a little fast.
Fast tail.
Yeah, that's what you said, girl. That part I'd be falling out. I said, yeah, I get it. You had your little older boyfriend. Uh-huh. Couldn't get into the school event. That's very Tacoma of you. I'm messing with you because I
Anyways.
because I know because we're gonna get into that because I know that you've been getting hit with a lot of that lately. So I do want to talk about that. But my prom, I the schools that I went to, prom and dances weren't really the thing that was celebrated. And then the time that I actually was at a school that I could go to a prom because I had been so conditioned to not making a big thing about prom, or proms were like
Uh-huh.
banquets where you go and eat and look at each other, child please, that when it was time for prom I was, hanging with a lot of Polynesian Pacific Islanders. Yes, so they did a big luau, And then after that, we went to hang out with the kids that went to like the other Seattle public schools proms, and so then everybody's at a like out of a house party, and I mean, I had a good night. Like it was fun, it was safe. You know, I got home. I don't, but it wasn't anything like, oh, I feel less of a person because I didn't go to my school prom, but
Right.
I still had my makeup done because literally it was the like 12th hour, like the time to put on the dress and go. And my mom was like, well, you can go if you want to, it's no stress, if you decide not to go, you return the stuff, you keep the money, whatever. I was
Especially when you
like,
get it from Nordstrom's. I return them
yeah,
too. Them
I was
shoes
like,
broke.
wow. Well, that was girl, you're hot. Oh, you're a mess, and that's why I love you. Okay, so no, no, but she was like, whatever. If you don't wear this prom dress, you don't go to prom. I mean, for real, you go take it back. You do what you want to with the money. I was like, decision made. Thank you, lady. Well played. And I went
Mhm.
on and got dressed with whatever cute outfit I thought I was wearing at the time, and I went. I kicked it. I mean, it was a good night. But like I said, I don't have any prom regrets. Oh Lord, there are some people who are so tired. Like when I see some of these Instagram pictures of these, young people getting ready for prom, I get
It's like
excited
they
for them,
getting yeah,
but
but it's like they getting ready for a wedding or something,
yeah, like they're
or
never gonna have another event. I'm like, why rush the thing? Like prom wasn't something that you just had to, like I don't know. I feel like they're doing too much, but I also don't have a teenage daughter or son or to be concerned with that. So and then I'm
girl.
trying to think of my nieces. They did their own thing. Like they did their
Right.
own thing, just because of the way they got school, because of their education
And
situation. So
then
yeah,
right, and I'm thinking of their prom dresses and what people had. I had a sophisticated prom dress.
it
I
was the
kept it too.
times. It was the times, Monika. It was the
It was
times.
classic though. I kept it too. It was more formal wear. Like it was
Mhm.
bad. I should have kept it, but I
I said, would you
consigned it.
dust it off? I was just gonna say, would you dust it off and wear it this summer?
If I still had it, I would have taken and got it altered and wore it somewhere.
Okay. Well, that's
Cause
what I'm talking.
that's how like it transcends. Like it was just a classic piece.
I actually saw a picture of your prom dress. You did look good, lady. I'm a lady in red. Okay. So you did look good. So now this brings me to the point of all points, honey, and that is a little place in Washington State known as Tacoma. Also T Town, sometimes the Compton, but rarely said with a smile on the face. And let's get into it because now, Monika, you're out here. It's springtime. You're socializing, networking. And what are people thinking about Tacoma? What are you feeling? You had some Tacoma energy you wanted to get out.
Oh man, yeah. Cause I've been up north and you meet people and they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm from Tacoma. The girls proceeded to get up and walk away, but she was just clowning. But she was like, "Tacoma." I guess they don't know what's
She's
down
smart.
there.
She's
Anyways,
smart. She's smart. Okay, go. I'm gonna let you go on and tell your story, and then I'm gonna come with the rebuttal because I know the truth about Tacoma. So go ahead.
no, there's a lot of gyms in Tacoma, so there's
Truly,
there's there's people around me that can attest to it now.
girl.
Don't
How?
don't miss your blessing.
Girl, go ahead, go ahead, girl. That's what I'm talking about. You let them know. Don't miss your blessing. I don't have anything salty to say about Tacoma. I was gonna say like three of my best friends are from Tacoma, so no, I can't get mad at the T Town.
Right.
I mean, but all of you guys have a universal vibe. I will say that, and you guys are all very individual, very
Culture.
different. Y-
Yeah.
is that what you call the Tacoma vibe?
No, not for Tacoma. I'm talking about
Okay.
for us. I
Yes, because I
mean,
was like, you
yeah.
guys got the duck if you buck spirit. It's kind of like you guys will be, very, and that's the thing. Tacoma chicks sometimes will seem very reserved. Like, I'm cool. We just observing. They're friendly. They're observing. They're
Or
observing.
or on top of security, like my
Hmm.
friend was like, are you okay? You seem like you stop. You seem kind of paranoid. I'm like, I guess maybe it's just PTSD or something.
Yes,
Cause
because remember one of our Tacoma girlfriends?
I'm just keeping my all eyes out.
Girl, I know what you mean. That's what makes me laugh because I think of the place we were trying to go to the bikers. biker spot back in the day. And our T-Town homegirl was like, nope, absolutely not. Nope, I only see one exit here. There's not two. Nope, 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 nope. If something went out and everybody's rushing out the club, there's not enough ways to get get out of the building. I was like, oh, that's the straight Tacoma. Okay, she was not playing. So I definitely can appreciate, like you said, your attention to security. And Tacoma girls are always 1 second away from acting a fool on you. Okay, like you might get I don't even think
Nucky
you get a
butt.
pass. Yeah, that's what I said. You don't even really get a pass. But you guys are such loyal, such sweet people, such genuine people. So I'm like, I don't have anything to say shady about Tacoma, but I do find that universally everyone has that Tacoma energy, and that is the we will jump. It's like, well, wait, what? Like, they'll give you a read. Now, I mean, now that we're older, people are not using their hands or anything, foolish like that. But, honey, the Tacoma ladies know how to give looks, reads, energy shifts. You will feel that it's time for you to
Look,
go.
don't play in my face.
Mm, that is the truth. So, I mean,
As Mila would say.
Girl, I'm with it, and it's funny because this is no shade to Tacoma. It's just really interesting because, like you said, as you're out here mixing and mingling, more people are commenting on, okay, what's up with Tacoma? But the Seattle, we're known for the freeze, so I'm not throwing shade, and
Oh yeah.
no, we Seattle got our own set of issues,
They
but
sure do. Cause you'd be surprised. I'm the one that actually initiated conversation with the homegirl, with the
mm,
Seattle girl. Like
mm,
I initiated it.
well,
I'm like, I'm not gonna
that's
be sitting here just twiddling my thumbs. Hey
yes.
girl, where you from?
Thank you. I said, get out of the shell. Okay. And that's the thing. Okay. If you see a sister, you don't know a sister, say something to a sister.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? That's how you meet people. Network, compliment something. I know that in my 20s, I had my girlfriends perfect the art of an honest compliment, sincere. There's always something that you can say. A kind word encourages the spirit. Could go on and say
Exactly.
something to someone. You were telling me, girl, about a kind word that girl told you on
Oh,
Saturday. So, girl, tell us about
oh,
it because
oh
you were looking good.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't take any pictures, but yeah. So I was sitting down and she was just like, I am feeling this whole Afrocentric vibe. You are sitting in your femininity. She was like, I aspire to be like this. She was like, you're so beautiful. I'm like, it's like one of the best compliments because in that situation there, because she was, younger,
Mhm.
I felt like the auntie, but she was just I was like, I appreciate that because I've been working on being able to sit in my femininity and not be
Mhm.
so masculine and mean looking. But she
T
was a
Town.
yeah, she was a sweetie. Her name was Lex. So I
Okay.
don't think I told about the podcast, but
Well, shout out to Lex.
yeah,
Shout out to
shout out to
Lex.
Lex at the hookah lounge.
Okay, and I just thought that's really nice, and it made you feel a certain way, and I go, that's what a compliment. I mean, the word talks about, what a kind word does, how it's sweet to the spirit, and all different kind of things
Right.
about the manner of how you speak to each other, and
So it
so.
just means I'm in alignment too. It's
Mhm.
confirmation.
Yeah, and I said pay it forward. Like I said, if you're out and someone is by themselves, it doesn't hurt to say hi. It doesn't mean that everyone has to be your best friend, but you know what? You networking, it never hurts. And they
Right.
say that people
Men and
actually,
women.
yeah, after a certain age, really stop meeting people. So it really is a challenge. Like they say, the older you get, the less likely you're to meet someone new, especially
Really?
outside of a work situation. Yeah, if you don't network, yeah, you have to make an effort. Yeah, there's a lot of
Well, I guess
statistics and stuff about it because people will be just kind of become
set
uh,
in their own ways.
insulated in what they do. You might go to work, you might, go to church, you might not go to church, you might just go to work, you might have your work
Or you kind of
friends.
hang out with the same group or the
For
same clique.
yeah, so you're not
Yeah.
meeting anyone new.
Especially if you don't travel. Cause I'm like
Yeah.
thinking of my mom, even though she retired, girl, she be meeting people. She like to talk. I'm like, you want you want a job talking?
Your mom said I've talked all I need to talk. This is called retirement talking. It's free talk. See, freedom talk is different than work talk. Okay, I'm gonna let you know, Monika. I can talk a lot for free, but work talk ain't bad either. But free talk, oh yeah, that's the best, honey. Freedom is
Right.
amazing. Speaking of freedom, and being free and traveling about, you were telling me something about air tags. You had an air tag story or two. And with everyone start to get ready to travel, we're about to be in travel season. What's the deal with air tags?
So if you possess an iPhone, I would highly suggest you get, and if you're traveling, well, not even if you're even traveling, get air tags, attach it to your keys, your purse, your wallet, your luggage when you're traveling, because it will track it. So if you lose it, or you want to see where your luggage is going when you're at the airport, it's going to track it. Now, also, the bad guys or the criminals or the people who are not doing good by us will use those air tags to their benefit, and will drop it in your purse. They might put it on your car so they can track you back to your house. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a safety alert. Monika, I know that we were wanting to discuss traveling and some things to look at since it is officially travel season now and people are moving and grooving and out and about.
Exactly. So, air tags. If you
Mm,
possess a iPhone, I highly suggest obtaining an air tag or two,
mm,
especially if you're traveling. Put those joints in your luggage so you can track
mm.
it and see where it's going about in the airport, especially if you're going to be flying through Atlanta.
Okay.
Stuff will go come up missing, but you could track it. You can track it all the way to somebody's house.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
it tracks. And so, or you can, people use it to track their kids, their
Mm.
animals, their purses, their personal belongings. But the other day, or the other night, I got an alert on my phone that there was an air tag that was tracking me, and I was like, "Come again?" And it just scared me, and because
Right.
I've never had it. I There's probably a tutorial online to actually how to navigate the alert that comes through, but then you can play a sound to see if you can hear where the air tag is at.
Mm.
Um,
So you can locate it. That's really good because I know that you have mentioned to me keeping your air tag, keeping it on so that you're aware if you are being tracked.
well, no, no, no. So this is, I'm saying, someone puts an air tag on your car.
Right. Okay.
Your
Ooh.
phone, your phone, if you have your settings up to date, your phone's gonna notice that there's an air tag in the vicinity, and it's gonna
Mm.
send an alert to your phone and let you know that you're being tracked.
Oh, that's nice and scary. That's
Right.
nice and scary.
You're right. And so the alert will come through and it'll ask you if you want to play a sound so you can see if you can hear it. If you So that way you can locate the air tag, or you can disable it if you don't think it's anything of concern.
Mm.
But yeah, the alert came through, and I was highly concerned because I was like, what's going on?
Mm.
Um but it got figured out, so.
Yeah, that's scary though. I could see the good and the bad in that so much. I mean, there are people who have been getting, kidnapped and, all kinds of things. Like you said, they put them on people's cars. We were having a sidebar conversation. You mentioned people putting them on the vehicles and following them to the house for, robberies and different kind of
Mhm.
dastardly deeds
Right.
that, are not cool. And so I go, no, but I do like it. Like you said, you can really know where your stuff is pretty much all the time, and putting it on your pets and your kids, that's hilarious, but I love it.
Girl, they do. Or your key ring, your key fob.
hmm I mean, I guess, these are wild times we're living in. I mean, sometimes you're hearing the stuff that AI can do, and then then something simple like air tags, but
Oh my gosh.
it
I
allows people to track you. Okay, sorry, what's
But
going
when
on?
you said AI, I
Mm-hmm.
saw a preview because I was watching YouTube. YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
they show all the commercial preview for a movie called The Creator,
Creator, yes, girl, I
with
wanted to mention it to you.
John Washington,
Yes.
Washington's son. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
when is it coming out?
John
Not till
David.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
John David. I was like, not till September, but we'll be able to see it sooner. Um
Girl, you're making me fall out. Yeah.
But
Yes.
I
Okay.
was like, I conspiracy theorists, if you want to, they just not making movies to be making movies if this stuff ain't gonna be coming to fruition soon. So just a heads up, because that was just too real.
Go see the YouTube trailer. I mean, it looks interesting, fascinating. I want to know because it reminds me also of like the Terminator franchises. But I'm like, why would AI? Because I know everyone's like they'll release the nuclear bombs and weapons, but I'm like, how is that going to benefit AI? Because if they don't have electricity and things to generate what they're doing, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to have to really have a deep dive
Well,
into
I
this.
guess that's the dumb part of the computer, but AI, whatever humans program whatever they want into AI. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying?
Well, this week they said that that the AI was starting to develop human type reasoning or something. I
Right.
was like, wow,
But
okay.
they have to get it from somewhere. They're getting it from data that the engineers or computer scientists have been plugging into into the main database.
Yeah, we're getting into this AI. We're gonna get into this AI conversation because I was reading about some college students in Texas whose teacher flunked the whole class because his way of verifying that papers weren't being written by AI was just basically submitting the paper to AI, which I guess one of the flaws in how AI is created is that it will take credit for things even if it didn't write it. Because it's about putting in information. So he like flunked his whole class or gave them X's for and some people felt like they weren't able to graduate or that they walked across and grabbed a diploma but they really weren't graduated because he was holding them up with the class. And once they were able to prove to him, like, I guess one way they tested it is the professor's like doctorate paper or whatever, they submitted it and the AI also took credit for it.
Hmm.
So they're like, no, they're that's you're using AI incorrectly, sir, as a professor. And some kind of, I think it was like University of Texas. So AI is out there causing
Havoc.
interesting dilemmas. Yeah, because yeah, I understand in education, because you want to make sure that people are thinking and creating their own ideas, but you can't if you don't know how to check what AI is doing, maybe that's not what for you to do. Maybe you have your teaching assistant, your TA do it if they're a little bit more tech savvy. I don't know, honey. Help Uncle out. He needed help. He was failing the class unnecessarily. I'm so mad. Girl, do you know how mad you'd be? It's like that's your last class and the one thing holding you up for graduating and the teacher doesn't know how to find out and properly use AI chat back. Oh, girl. I
Right.
Yeah, so okay, so that was all the good stuff I really felt like we had to discuss. Now, there's one thing that we said we were going to get to that the community was talking about, and it had everybody 50-50 split. We love to go for a good laugh to our favorite place, Black Twitter. And there were a lot of good comments about this thing. And I know, Monika, you were mentioning conspiracy theory, and I know that's where you're a queen of that realm. So the story, the story I'm speaking of is Gabrielle Union's interview in which she announced that she splits her bills 50-50 in her household with Dwayne Wayne, but that she had, scarcity mentality still because she had to care for so many homes that she was the head of the house. So not her and Dwayne, but she takes care of other households and so does he. And how she felt like if she didn't, move, groove, and do what she needed to do, she could become broke or she wouldn't have enough or people won't eat or things like that. Or if projects aren't successful, just different things like that. So, Monika, you know what the community was saying. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so when you break it down like that, I have so many questions because I'm like, are these people handicapped that she's taking care of? Are they able bodied?
Disabled? No, no.
Maybe she should empower them with, trade school, going back to school, some type of programs so they can start investing in themselves and be able to take care of themselves and make a living instead of just paying for everything. Like I need to know those details because I'm just not going to be paying for no grown ass people just because I'm the breadwinner. Like, are you?
Yeah,
No.
that's what she said. She said her and
Uh.
Dwayne, they both each have separate households that they are the financial head of, apart from their 50-50 split in their marriage and in their relationship. But, you might take care of your auntie and them. You might take care of your parents. You might take care, and it's not to say that your parents don't have this or don't have that. Maybe you're taking care of cousins or people who need it. And I know that this is a dilemma that a lot of they say. So the tweet or the reposting from the interview, because the interview wasn't originally on Black millionaires,
Uh-huh.
but they retweeted it, and they were saying that's one of the things that more Black millionaires feel responsible to, and have to take care of multiple households, and that's not a thing that necessarily other groups face in such a large like percentage. Like a white millionaire doesn't necessarily feel the need. I mean, look at Rupert Murdoch, right? The guy who was super wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even pay for, like, he said the only thing he was paying for his kids was like to go to college. But other than that, they have to get it on their own. So they don't feel
So
the need to take care of their family.
yeah,
But Gabby did. So Gabby did.
there's some other cultures, so like some Asian cultures where if we did this as a Black culture, then we probably would be a little bit further ahead. Instead of just everyone getting the hell out the house at 18,
Mm.
actually stay in the house
Yeah.
and save your money up and work together, and then everybody just start buying their own houses once, you know what I'm saying, instead of just trying to struggle it out for
But why do you
10
think that
years.
is? But see, okay, now Monika, you about to. This might be something we need to talk about on another episode, because you brought up this point, and I want to ask you: do you think that's true? If it's a more of a northern Black thing, or do you think it's a southern Black thing? Because I don't feel like, and I had southern minded. My mom wasn't southern, but my father is. But I never felt the need that I had to go anywhere in my house. But I know that there are some people, like I got a northern cousin, and she's like 18. Like the kids should be thinking about moving out, making plans. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, it teaches them independence, teaches them how to. Why? I don't understand why you're so quick
I
to want to kick your kids out. But I never felt that. I don't see my sister doing that. I mean, she didn't do that to, her children. I don't see that. But I do. I've heard of that. I've heard.
So growing up, we didn't get that with our parents either,
Okay.
but the society, they kind of look at you side eye like, why you still living with your parents? Like, it's none of your business. If a
Mm.
person does it, there's so many layers to it and so many factors. People could be disabled, people going back to school, people transitioning, or the rent is too damn high. Like,
So
you know
you
what I'm
feel
saying?
within our culture, then it's looked down upon if you're not independent, quote unquote independent, and out of your parents' house or getting it on your own. I feel like that's another lie that's being told to us, because like you said, other groups, they
Hmm.
work together as family. I
And
don't
I would
hear of
say just
Italian Americans
just
kicking out their kids early.
yeah, I would just say that's just melanated Black Americans, because the
Yeah.
other countries in Africa, they don't act like that.
I Like I said, I'm not a Black person, and that's not necessarily how my Black family works.
Right.
But and there's lots of different components of my Black family. I got cousins, nieces, aunties, all that.
It's
But I
like
haven't
people
seen
want,
them
I
rush
don't
their
know.
kids out. I
It's
feel
like
like
people want to
sometimes.
see you struggle.
Well, I understand being young and someone that did not have to move out of my
Right.
parents' home, but I know that there was a period where I wanted to. It's like
Of
you think
course.
that's the
Yeah, we
thing
wanted
to
to,
do,
and we did,
and it might have not. I don't think it was the greatest decision. It was a waste of money, because you might move out for a year
Right.
or 9 months,
Or you
and
get
then
the wrong roommate.
yeah, and then you're back. Yeah, girl, then you're back with your parents. Okay, so it's like you just basically effed off a bunch of money that you could have been saving, or like you said, investing, or helping towards your long term plans. Yeah, but
Right.
I think that also goes back to money management, and also
That
not believing what the
and
culture says at large. Because I know that
and
Anglo
family
Saxons.
planning,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
legacy family planning,
yeah.
I don't think a lot of us do that.
No,
But
and I
going
don't
back
think
to
so.
Gabby, going back to Gabby, I'm like,
Hmm.
first of all, she gonna need to change her mindset and her wording. We're gonna have to,
Hmm.
we gonna need to change that up. I'm like, girl, you making millions and you talking about scarcity and lack and not having abundance. Like, we need you to stop. I actually had that conversation or actually, when I was out recently with a girl I just met, and she was like, I just can't be around some of my friends because they just, in their language, and you try to correct people because you don't want to, you're trying to train yourself not to speak that into yourself. And so
Hmm.
yeah, Gabby.
Yeah. Okay. So I love that point, Monika. You're saying you don't like the language that she's using. And I feel like that's what a good therapist is for. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. People need to be talking to people. That's definitely another issue that she has. Some things that she needs to do a little bit of work on. But going back to your point, family planning is important. People need to be able to discuss money, finances, look at bills, paying bills, look at retirement, look at, we last year we had um, uh, a coach, a financial coach on kind of discussing those things, different things that you should be aware of, how to grow your wealth, how to, do what's best. But I definitely don't agree with the idea of kicking people out too soon. So I, I want to make sure I go over that.
No, not
So yeah.
that, but yeah, taking
Hmm.
care of grown ass
Well,
people, that's a whole
people,
nother thing. And
yeah.
then having to split the bills with your husband 50-50.
Girl,
Girl,
well,
I
I
I
mean,
just I just
mm,
know the men that have been in my life, or
mhm.
most of them, and the future ones that I'm manifesting, and the present ones. Yeah, we're not doing nothing 50-50.
And some people would agree with you wholeheartedly, Monika. And I'm of the mindset that as long as women are still making pennies to the dollar of what men make, I'm not busting my hump to be trying to do 50-50. I think
Mm-mm.
we can, figure out what things you want me to pay, what I want to pay, depending on our salary, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, I don't love it and I'm not
I
used to it.
had
But I guess
someone
it,
told, well,
yeah,
you already know, sometimes it's about men's ego, but they
hmm,
weren't raised like that. They're not gonna have you out here.
true.
No, they no, they're not gonna have you out here tricking off on them like that. They're like,
Yes.
no.
Yes, that's very true. And that is the most true thing that you've said this episode, girl, because it is really where they're from. Sometimes it's a cultural difference. Like I said, sometimes men from the continent, they don't understand that. I've never 50-50 anything from a man from the continent. But then I'll say maybe somebody's from the West Coast. They may have a different energy and it's a different kind of conversation sometimes on how
Okay,
you move and flow within your relationship. But I
right.
feel like people have to do what's best for them. But so I felt like Gabby was doing what she needed to do, what was best for her, and that's to make this money. Because you said she has a new project coming out,
Oh,
and this
girl,
is
yeah,
giving her some
it's
clickbait.
of course it's marketing. She got a new rom com coming out on Netflix. I think it comes out in June,
Mm,
in the May, or sometime in June. And so, yeah, that's just, whether it's good or bad, it's still marketing.
truly. So that's the conspiracy theory. You said she had the community talking, but you said she wasn't really saying nothing because I think people were really indignant, like you said, about the 50-50 split. They were indignant about her acting like people are going to starve when she does have a net worth of what her net worth is. And they're like, you can take care of 100 people and give them $50,000 a year, and still that's only people had calculated. There were all kinds of facts and figures flying around Black Twitter. So that was the entertaining part to me. Personally, I don't have a single horse in this race, but I do think there are a lot of interesting factors because people were bringing up everything. They said, don't forget that he has four other dependents, or yeah, four other dependents besides the daughter you guys share. They were like, there's no way that you should have to be that's not fair to you. It was a lot. There were a lot. I mean, people getting your business good. And that was
I mean,
enjoyable
if
for
you give
me.
them if you
Mm.
give them ammunition, I mean, she just need to go. Where are her friends? That's another episode. Where are your friends?
Her and Khalees, they need some girlfriends right now. You said some people don't have girlfriends because they be like, sis, you don't have to tell that. You don't have to say that. That's not
She
necessary.
would grab you up by the collar and be, yes. Where are your girlfriends? Like, mm-mm.
I said when Khalees went on that whole rant about Beyonce, oh, I know
Well,
that's how
somebody
you knew
must have
she didn't
said
have her
something to her,
friends.
because somebody, she sure took her butt back to that farm and started just focusing on her farm and her products on her farm, and
Okay,
shut
good,
up.
yeah, good, because she had lost it. I was like, ma'am,
Well, I mean,
ma'am.
I give her a little grace because her husband did pass away, but she did act
Mhm.
a whole fool.
And that's when your girlfriends need to. I mean, come on, you letting your girlfriend be in mourning, and you guys aren't trying to support her, and you see her on Instagram live tripping. You go save somebody. You go save your girlfriend. That's when you save your sister for real, for real. I mean, I want an immediate call. You see me acting a fool like that on live, Monika. I'm gonna expect. while I'm on the live, I'm gonna expect the call to come through and interrupt it because it's you telling me get my cast off
Okay.
this live, okay, and talk to you. I mean, that's what friends are for. But on that note, then I know you have a great business of the week. What is going on with it? Tell us about it, Monika.
Well, we were talking about networking earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in a program. I'll just leave it at that. And I've actually had this product. I've had several products from her via my mother,
Mm-hmm.
and her friends, and it's called The Art of Crunch. It is handcrafted artisan biscotti and baked goods, based in Tacoma, Washington. She does have a brick and mortar in Tacoma, Washington. You can go to theartofcrunch.com for all her info.
Oh my goodness. And I'm a fan of it, girl. Wait. So I have to go ahead and give my sidebar story then because now they're saying I'm like, I follow them on Instagram. But anyway, that's a super side note. But I know that you sent me a package last year and it was so wonderful. And it had this amazing Jocelyn and Company Cabernet Sauvignon and cheddar cheese spread and this little fig spread and little mustards and gourmet crackers. And it was just such a cute little box. And that cheese spread is the business. I couldn't throw that box away for at least 6 months because I wanted to make sure I knew what to reorder. It was so amazing. So then when you mentioned that that was from Art of Crunch, I was like, oh, the people have to know that cheese spread. It's like I don't love red wine, but
Hmm.
I understood it. I
Right.
the pairing of it with that cheddar, it was just fantastic. And the boxes have all these little unique treats and they're customized in this
And they
really
got vegan boxes too.
see, girl, that's what I'm talking about, Monika. So anyway, I'm excited about the business that you are telling everyone about. So it's called the Art of Crunch, right?
Right. And I mean, these type of gifts are really good during this time of year, for
Mm-hmm.
graduation, weddings
Mm-hmm.
coming up,
Yes.
outside, when you go to, different events or functions or dinners, you can,
Mm-hmm.
bring a gift with you. So,
Yeah, I said some of these outside concerts, get a little box of the Art of Crunch and a
right.
good bottle of wine,
Oh,
and
for
oh, that's
the
yes.
Chateau winery. What's it
Yes,
called? Hmm.
yes, Santos, Michelle. But what's really
Yeah.
good is they're having a lot. Like they used to do things over at Marymore Park. Like there's a lot of outdoor events during the summer in everyone's city. That's just bottom line.
And
Uh,
I seems like there's a lot more now, especially coming out of this, whatever
s-
pandemic
s-
thing. So,
yeah, because people want to be outside because you still get some fresh air. So it's like this Art of Crunch box is fantastic because they even gave you the little cheese spreader that was inside.
hmm.
Like I mean, like it was too cute. It was cute, 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 cute. Just the right amount of sophistication, just fun. Oh yeah, I loved it. Every bite in there was good.
Right, and the
Hmm.
biscotti to go
Was
with
good.
the coffee or your tea, and
Hmm.
then they have like popcorn with like crunched up Oreos in it and stuff like that. So yeah.
Little tasty treats, little sophisticated snacks. So I love
Hmm.
it. Definitely, definitely a good recommendation there. Now, Monika, my sister, is there anything I'm forgetting to tell the people?
No, enjoy the sunshine and be kind.
Stay safe and blessed. Talk to you soon.
Peace.
Monika, where can they find us again?
They can find us on Anchor, Spotify, and now iTunes.
Mm,
And please like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. You can shoot us an email or a voice message if you'd
mhm,
like.
mhm.
And with all that, love and gratitude.
Remember to call your aunties or your girlfriends and say hi. Bye.